Hey, good evening, folks. Welcome to another special run of Flying with Mike. Today we're flying over to Frankfurt from Heathrow, where we left off today in the 747-200. Hope you enjoy the flight. Hope you enjoy. Um, Let me know. This will get posted in a couple of days. We're a little backed up, but we'll get them in. Just getting some tidying up a couple things and learning how to type again. There we go. Um, as you can see, this is one of those, oh, excuse me, flight plans. You need an arm and a leg to file it. Kind of unreal, isn't it? But anyway, we are sitting here at Terminal 3, getting ready to push back here shortly. We're just wrapping up some things here in the cockpit. Flight engineer's got his stuff done, just pushing up to the uh, help out the captain, co-pilot, because you know they need all that help. Let's go to nav, go to nav, go to nav. Okay, let's just wrap it up here real quick, and we'll be on our way. But again, hope you enjoyed the little foray with the Duluth fly. I heard a bit of Pepto will help clear up the backup. It could. Right now, it just needs some days. But nice. That was good. Good, good. All right. So we're just running through here real quick.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. What a relief it is.
And speaking of the man, the legend,
The infamous, the one, the
John
only.
Legend in the house. I mean, oh, Duluth Fly. Sorry.
Ouch. Okay. Oh, okay. I
Oh,
see where we're
he's
gonna
he's
go with
Actually,
this.
lucky
Okay.
fucker.
yeah, right. No shit.
When I look out
Who's
my way,
knows
there's
the
a
word?
party.
Yeah,
I
party
don't
at
know.
bongos. Let's go.
Were you then about to ask if we would like to go there?
yeah, let's go.
With an
All right, let me
invitation?
just finish
Yes,
this
sir.
up
BRB,
real quick. We'll
I'm
get
getting a
this bird
call
in
on
the air for
Clubhouse.
Pan
Oh
Am
boy.
and
All right.
log
Seeing
yet
that.
another one.
All right. We need to shorten down that. Oh no, it's done. Never mind. I thought it was longer than that.
All right, and power on. Overheat works. All right, and oh, I know what I meant to do. Hang on, folks.
Hang on, Mikey. Can I move people? Can I move this into another channel just in case?
I mean, sure, I don't mind staying here. I'm not.
Well, I'm just saying, other certain someone might find out you're live and come in here.
I mean, you're more than welcome to, but if he does, that's fine.
Okay, all right. I
I'm
just
not
wanted.
worrying about him.
Okay, that's fine. All right, I just wanted to let you know.
I've just, people will be people, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let them dictate how
No, I'm not
and
saying
make
that at
me
all.
have to
I'm.
move just because of them. So
No, I get you. Okay. Well, I'm gonna saying the options there. I can. I
I
can.
get you. I get you. All right, so I did turn that off. Okay, and light switches are set. Okay, final checks here. Whoops, don't have the right one up. Hit here. Oh, what do we have? Let's go to 7 left.
So this is just the one flight, or is there
Yeah,
another one
just
after
the
this?
one flow. Oh, gosh, there's no way I could do. I'm kind of setting up for. We had a viewer in YouTube request a couple of flights, and I'm
Oh, there
very
you go.
grateful he did, because it is getting hard. I really do try hard not to fly the same routes over and over. Some
Right.
people do because they know them, and they know what to expect here and there, and I get that. I mean, I used to do that, but I'm really trying to keep it fresh.
No, that makes complete and utter sense. I was just curious. I was just
So
wondering.
what he's suggested is Anchorage to Los Angeles. I like that
Mm-hmm.
one.
Okay.
Frankfurt to Los Angeles.
Ooh.
That is why we're setting over to Frankfurt because this bird can go there. And then a BFI, if you're not familiar with that's Boeing Field in
Mm-hmm.
Seattle
Yeah.
to Phoenix, and of all things, an Airbus. I love that one. That almost happened before Dallas because I just love the irony.
Right.
So, but no, we chose to be nice. Um, I know it's a rarity. No, but no, I'm glad he did it. It really does help. And that's why I have that in um, our Discord, my Discord channel, so
Mm-hmm.
people can do, give me ideas. I can only come up with something. I can come up with a gazillion, but
Right.
it won't necessarily involve nothing but. And I'm primarily an airliner pilot. Flying the Citation's great. Flying the Arrow is great, but this is where my passion is.
That's fine.
So, all right. So 110.3, 110.3. Okay, that worked. Okay, and what? 13.6, right? Yes. Get that set now. Flight director works. Off, off, off. We'll go ahead and set you towards 270 and we'll line it up later. I think it's actually 269, but anyway. Zero heading. Set that up a little bit. Off, off. That worked. Go ahead and clear. Okay, and then we do the up left again, and we're just basically checking gauges, making sure they're functional. I mean, this is amazing what Felis has put into this plane. I mean, folks, there are things that I don't think Ready for Pushback had, which I think was, and I'm really hoping someone can call me out if I'm wrong. That was an amazing plane, especially when, and like this, couple them up with Siva. So I just had such a horrible time with a payware version. Granted, the one for this plane is free. It comes with it, along with the LTN, so whichever one you want. I just had such a horrible experience with that error code. I don't ever want to see the thing again. And I don't even want to, I just don't want to. And that's why you see strictly FMCs. All right, so these are good. Push to talk or push to test 1 and 2 are good. Good. Running across test is good. All right,
All right,
now,
Mike. I'm gonna let you go. I got people in my Discord. Just wanted to stop in and say hi. So
well, thank you, sir. Enjoy.
I'll be lurking. I'll be lurking. So if something
All
happens,
righty, sir. Well, thank you.
all right, and I see Hawker's here too. So all right,
Well, 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 Hawker.
all right. I'll let you.
I
I'll let you harass Hawker, and I'll be over them.
I'll let him know you'll be in the air on the Labor Day run.
You do that, and he keeps dreaming. No, he's a scoria. Nah, yeah, no. Partay, he says.
Oh, are you
All right, Hawker, you could take it up with the
screening my
boss. I'll
charts?
see. I'll be on the ground waving bye bye to you. I'll talk to you later, Mike.
See ya.
Bye.
Are you screening my charts again? What are you talking about? Hawker, why don't you just jump into Discord? Explain yourself while I explain this gauge. This is your radar altimeter, folks. Um, chats. Oh, okay. Sorry. Thank you for the clarification on for my part. Anyway, it only tests on one end. Now it'll test, it just won't give you this. So, and we'll set them in a minute here. Let's do the master warning check. That was good. Come in the middle here just to get the other one. All right, up top here, get our index set. This one you hear all the time. The altitude alert. Up and down checked. And I'm going to just set 5,000. Now, folks, you never hear these words.
Pull up, glide slope, glide slope. Pull up, glide slope.
Hang on, let me
Glide
push my
slope.
nose in as the Pinocchio 1 gets ready to depart. Okay, that's good. Green light land throws me off every time. One green light. Why? There's actually 5 gears in the back, folks, not the normal 3. Your new call sign. All right, push to test 1, push to test 2. Altimeters all look good. Testing 1, 2, test and test. Good. Moving on over. Oh yeah, we can get our altimeters set. Hang on, we'll do that over here. I believe I said 1002. If not, it'll be very close. Got a pretty impressive storm system moving in. We'll show it here in a minute. All right, but again, for those late joining, we are flying Frankfurt to, London Heathrow to Frankfurt. 747 service, and you're all going, that never happened. Oh yeah, back in the 70s, early 80s, yeah, they still flew 747 short haul. So, and actually even later than that, Pan Am, this just got you over to Frankfurt and then over. Sometimes you'd switch to the 737. Maybe 727s, can't confirm it in any way, but I wish I could, so I could start flying the heck out of it in Europe, but oh well. All right, so finally, last thing to do here, warm up the CRTs, cathode ray tubes. Yeah, called old technology, folks. Okay, and that one's warming up too. All right, real quick. Stave trims green, spoilers down, flaps up. Um, we have got to do that Bogota run again here soon. Fuel condition levers are idle cutoff. The rich setting here before you go to idle, that is for places like Bogota when it's hot and the engines just don't want to give it to you. Put them in rich, they'll build, and then when they get to where you need them, put them in idle, they're good to go. We did it once, folks. It took us a little bit to figure out the process here. So we need to get that scheduled here soon. All right, so throttle check. Okay, that's just saying we're not ready for takeoff, and yeah, I'd say that's true. Parking brake set, radios set now, and we're set over here. Transponder standby, radar standby, and we're on takeoff dry. So all checks are good. Let me just make one last one up here. We're good. And I'm gonna set this to here. Go over to our load calculator, and I am, ooh, maybe not. Wow, our frame rates aren't really doing all that great today. We may not fly online, folks. But let's bring Sim Toolkit up. I may kill a program, and that may help. And today's flight, like I said, the flight is an arm and a leg to get the whole flight plan between Heathrow and Frankfurt. I don't know how many trees got cut down so this flight plan gets typed out. Wow, amazing for such a short flight. Just to give you an idea, we are only going 440 miles, and you get a flight plan that long. Whew, shake your head at it because that's amazing. Only in Europe and in some places in the Far East. 83,000 pounds of payload, 53,000 pounds of fuel. That is just tentative, folks. When we put all the numbers in, we'll see how it boils out. We're planning 366 people again. Let's wait and see how this all plays out in 15,000 pounds. Call it 16,000. Flight level today is 350 at Mach 0.85. We're planning departure 27, right? We're after midnight. Disregard after midnight their time. Yeah, they switched to the other side. So now we have another long taxi. That's okay. Worst case scenario, if I'm the only one, we just might say, "Whoops, yeah, I said 27 right, didn't I?" And that's even if I'm online. Like I said, if I drop once, I'm not playing the game like somebody did in Denmark several weeks ago. Comes up, gets hammered by frame rates, gets a word in edgewise, and then kicked off the net because his frame rates won't hold. All right, folks, I have to take a break here. I have a phone call coming in from my parents. I'll be right back. All right, folks, my apologies for that lengthy delay. My folks called, so had to take the phone call. All right, so let's get this thing rolling again. 83,000 pounds of payload, 53,000 pounds of fuel. All of this will change as we actually use the loader. Uh, we're scheduled 366. No, excuse me. That probably will not fly. Although I might this time. 15,900 in the cargo bins. Again, the mile-and-a-half long flight plan. Depart 27 right, land 25 left. That sounds good. You had to think for a second, reorientate with the airport. 35,000 at Mach 85 weather. As you can see, rain getting ready to move in. 230 at 12, broken at 1500. I can attest to it. It was pretty close to that on approach. Could be 1400 in temporary locations. Clear and visibility okay over in Frankfurt. Winds light and variable. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, put this on file here with VATSIM. I really am thinking we may not get off with them. Let me get some numbers put in here first. Really? I didn't put that down there? I thought I had it. Huh. Okay, hang on. I got to get a notepad opened up. There we go. Just got to put my RNAV data in. And we're a D performance aircraft. AKLP. And our departure time has altered. Maybe. We're going to stick with it. 7:30 going. All right, flight plan is filed. All right, so there you have it, folks. That will be the flight today or tonight. And bear with me here. Click that and that and that. All right, I put it on this page intentionally so you could see the loader. And I'm also going to go ahead and do this since I forgot it earlier. Here's the concern, 26 frames per second. London is an extremely heavy scenery based area. So hang on, I'm going to go ahead. What is our flight number again? $144, that's right. 44742. Connecting. All right, we'll see how this does. As long as traffic stays light and the weather as it is, we should be okay. We'll see though, as long as it doesn't go way below 20 for a while. All right, and again, my apologies for that lengthy away from the mic. Yeah, parents call, you kind of got to take the call. I'll be right back. I left my water out there. Okay. All right, so we are going to now, of course, if you haven't figured it out, we have altered the time here. We've made it daylight. It's not a midnight departure. Um, so we planned 366 souls. Well, you know what? I am going to give it a best. There we go. All right. So we have our 366 people. Now you saw all you do is you just roll your mouse over these numbers. Now for the cargo, we said 15,000. First off, where is our zero fuel weight? We're estimating, bear with me folks, I sometimes can't. You know what? I know a better way to read that. 400.
Traffic 1141, short final 278.
So really, ultimately 3,000. What we're going to do in the cargo bays.
Heathrow traffic shuttle 15 Charlie turning to intercept load blazer 27 right.
And as you can see already, our
Heathrow traffic speed 395 Bravo established load blazer 2 at.
all right. So again, now the neat
Heathrow
thing
traffic
here, it shows
1141,
you
fake
where
native
things
27 right,
are.
fake a taxi in Terminal 4.
Your cargo bins down here, so you get a feel for where you're putting it. Here's where this really comes in, your fuel. Today's flight is 447. We'll set it at 500. Flight level 350. We do not have a step, correct? Yeah. Tailwind or headwind? Initial thoughts? Tailwind. 42 knots. Make sure when you're doing this, your total fuel is going up and not down like it is. Okay, so you want to make sure that goes up. Now the next part of this little game, if you will, is the alternate. So if you're just made your flight plan, you're trying to figure out how far is it to my
London
alternate.
City traffic Air France 1180 on final runway 278 miles.
Come down to your alternate's route. There it is. And, oh, that's the route. Oh, there it is, right above. Distance, looks like we'll go 190. I go 10% and 20 minimum. Now, go back, look at your fuel load. 53,000, we're putting 67. I'm going to be put maybe 5 more minutes of taxi and we're good to go. All right, there's your load sheet, folks. Really nothing you need here. Now the actual loading takes place here. We'll hit the refuel button, load sheet, and I'm going to call the tanker to reach this amount. It'll be there pretty quick. All right, same with the passengers, except, you know what, we'll load. Oh, no, we can't. And we'll just wait on them. All right, so here we go. Final checks here, and basically we're going to be putting the flight plan in. I'm going to go ahead and flip-flop channels. And then we'll come back when we're ready to go. All right. You could also turn them down. So next up, we got to put our flight plan together. Company. There's our route. Click on it. Yeah, I did that intentionally, folks. All right. And departure. Departure's 27 right. Hang on a second. det to F. All right, so 27 right. Now that lowers it down to the det to F, execute. All right, go to legs. Make sure no discontinuities. Back, EDDF. And we're on the IMCOM 1B. But we need to set up an approach. We'll just take DF 626. All right, so at 616 we turn in or sooner. So what does that mean over here? Just kind of scroll. First off, we're going for the ICOM 1B. I like to make sure ILS 25 left, DF 626. That just sets up for a very long final. And then one more time. (616) vectors 62523 22 80 20 the runway, and then if we go out it's to Chatham. Actually it's called Charlie. Alright, next up is the VNAV page. Okay, hang on. Here's where, okay, we don't have a transition level. So we go with what's in the book, 6,000. Even though we know it was like 7,500 earlier. Next page, 35000. Click. Next page, looks good. Progress, 200 miles literally away from top of descent, folks. All right, we're ready to go. Over here, I'll put progress. Click, and we're ready to go. Let's see how those passengers are doing. Currently, we only got about a third of them on board. They're going to take a little bit. That gives us plenty of time to go through our checklists, folks. You see, I had an ulterior motive. Okay, and we'll come back to this. All right, so the fuel is loaded, right? Yes. Fuel on board is what we want. Okay. All right, so let's get the APU on. First thing. Okay, just waiting for the light to go out for that, letting us know the door is open. Okay, and we'll kind of slide over. And we're just watching the RPMs come up and the GT. I do this right now because we have the time. Okay, we're stable. All right, I'm just going to do a quick check, make sure our gens are working. I forgot to do something. Folks, I'm not in a big hurry because we got roughly 2/3 of the people still to go. All right, so our gens look good. Making sure we have power. Good. So now, dang it, I did it again. Sorry. Close. Now we're on the APU for electricity. Now we're on it for air. You can see now when I click on the pack, we get air. You can test each one right here. Believe me, that's a lot of what the flight engineer does. Okay, and I'm going to give it just a tad bit longer Um, barometric pressure 1002. All right, we're set there. Okay, let's one more glance. Now we're over halfway, folks. Good deal. All right, we've got our flight plan in. Let's start the checklists.
Before start checklist, please. Gear lever and lights. Down and check.
How's it going?
Park.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Start
What's
levers.
up?
Not much.
Radios.
Just going to do a little small
On
flight.
check.
Small
Control
flight.
hydraulic power.
Yeah.
You're going to
On.
come online here and
INS.
fly over to Frankfurt with me? That's a
Check
small
and
flight.
nav. Compasses. Slaved.
Nope.
Window
Nope.
heat.
Nope.
On. Seatbelts and no smoking. On. Emergency lights. Armed. Exterior lights. Check. Flight instruments. Check. Altimeters and clocks. 1002. Set and cross check.
And folks, while
Radio
we're going
INS
through this,
switches.
this is only about a
Radio.
hour-long flight.
Radar and transponder.
Just the way Europe
Standby.
does things, it
Indicator lights.
really looks longer.
Check. Engine and wing anti-ice. Off. Stall warning.
Do you fly smaller planes at all? Like,
Mach airspeed
Piper
warning.
Arrows.
Check. Auto brakes.
okay, so you gotta deal with like
Body.
you gotta deal with like a G1000, right?
No, I don't know how to deal with that.
On.
Oh,
Autopilot.
Okay.
Sorry,
Director.
I really don't.
Check
And
and
is this default
warning.
or is this payware?
Check. Auto flight enunciator.
default.
Check.
There might be a
GTWS.
manual in X-Plane itself for that,
Instrument warning.
but
Check.
they have them for
Flight
the other
director computer
GPSs,
selectors.
but I don't know about the 1000.
Check. Instrument source selectors. Normal. Reserve brake valve. Closed. Spoilers. Down. Static selectors. Normal. Oxygen mask and regulator. Check and emergency off. Brake pressure. Check. Stabilizer trim.
I just like bought.
Check and on.
Well, I bought a similar plane like this yesterday.
Check. Checklist completed.
What plane was it? It was like the Epic Victory G1000,
Okay.
and then this one I think is the Epic E1000 or something like that.
For the Arrow? Or is it a GPS system?
It's Arrow.
For a Piper Arrow? So you got
It's not-
V-Flight?
It's not a Piper Arrow.
Oh, okay. Because the Piper Arrow V-Flight has Garmin and... Oh, I can't think of the other one. Two different autopilot setup, or two different cockpit setups. Now, they're not G1000s, but they're kind of like what I'm used to, but a little souped up.
I guess Aerobask makes this. It's on the store.
Huh. All right, let's see how the peeps are doing. Almost there, folks. Let's go ahead and run through the fuel checks. Make sure where we're going to get hung. Okay.
Battery. On. APU panel. Check. Auxiliary power. Check. Engine oil quantity. Check. Fuel quantity. 68189 pounds. Fuel panel. Let's see.
All right. We get those pumps on.
Check and set. Pressurization controls. Check and set. Bleed controls. Wait. Check and set. Hydraulic
What's
quantity.
that P word plane?
EPR computer.
P-word
I know,
plane?
I know that really doesn't help you out a whole lot, but it's like
Piago?
the single prop one.
Single prop.
Yeah, like it's literally just got like a propeller on the front end.
Paleatus?
Yeah, that's it. It looks like that plane.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Hawker might know. He was hanging out here earlier. Single prop what? He needs to get his butt in chat so we can talk. Oh, by the way, guys, I know you're a little more computer fluent than I am. There, in the general of the Discord. Hey, Hawker's here. Welcome.
Yes.
In the general on Discord, a gentleman was talking with me on my stream. What is this? I have no idea. Anyway, he's got a question about a computer he's either going to purchase, build, I don't know, asking if that would do a pretty good job for him. I don't know. But I thought maybe you guys that are a little more into the computer periphery and parts might be able to help him. He's in the general area. Just aviation.
Mike, I'll take a look at it and I'll see if it meets the specs of what's listed out for all the X-plane aircraft and all that.
Okay. I mean, that's about all. I told him I go with what's recommended by X-plane and then maybe beef it up a little bit. All right. What did we get hung up on in the checklist? Oh, the EPR. Yeah, we'll skip that. Check.
Circuit breakers. Check. Indicator lights. Check. Electrical panel. Check and set. Air conditioning controls.
This.
Check and set.
Okay, we're about ready to push.
Fire control and wing overheat panels. Check and set. Equipment cooling. Check. Passenger oxygen. Check. Hydraulic panel. Check and set. Fuel jettison panel. Check. Crew oxygen. On.
I like how it actually has a feature that.
Check and emergency off. ADPs. Off.
All right.
Checklists
complete till after start. And we'll do our performance check real quick after I get my ACARS program running here for Spaceman. Okay, we're up and running. Oh boy, here comes the fun part. Airport, all right. 27 right is 12,700 feet long. Call it 800. Airport elevation 83 feet. Call it 270. Slope, we're not going to worry about outside air temperature. 18. Barometric pressure 1002. Winds 220 at 14. Now, to fill in up here, folks, click Load Sheet. I'm going to see what happens with flaps 20. And we'll go flaps 10. All right, so 122, 129, 147. Okay, so that's our performance numbers. Ground, Cargo doors closed. Main door closing.
Cockpit to ground. Disconnect ground power.
We are on internal power.
Ground power disconnected.
Okay, and guess what that means, folks? Jetway's pulling away. Still haven't figured out how to get both jetways to move, folks. That's kind of a bummer. Okay, so for taxi, we'll go Bravo to Vader and then into position. Okay. Or, you know what? We just might do 27. Oh, didn't say that out loud, did I?
I didn't hear a thing.
All right, let's do it. All right, first things first, beacon on. Door locked.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. On behalf of the entire crew, welcome aboard the Boeing 747 Classic. We will depart shortly after we have our clearance and the cabin crew is finished with their preparations. For now, I wish you a pleasant flight, and I will be back during the flight with further flight information. Cabin crew, arm slides.
All doors are closed and armed.
All right, here we go. Beacons on. Do a quick check over here. Packs off. Fuel pumps on. Crank them.
Ready to start the engines.
Ready for engine start.
Oh, folks, if you take the new better pushback that's out there, you're going to come up with 3 buttons here. Every type of aircraft you have will show it. What you'll do is go into better pushback preferences. There is an option to get rid of them or tighten them up, whatever. I get rid of them, obviously, personally for me. Don't really know why we need them. I guess some people do. So, just so you know, they can be gotten rid of.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
I want to go home. All right. The reason we go back and then forward or further back, we want to make sure those, what do they call them exactly? Body gear steering. They're the middle bogies inside under the fuselage. When you're turning, they will turn to help with your radius. So you want to make sure they're straight, and then you can taxi away without a problem. They also help with wear and tear on tires. Can't go to the local Firestone dealer anymore to get airplane tires. Wait a minute, I don't think you could actually do that to start with.
Okay,
you could.
Doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
So what are you flying, Hawker? A desk?
That one plane.
That one plane.
It's got an engine.
Hey, come on now.
Just trying to keep Captain Mike guessing.
I did that some earlier.
I figured a desk. All right, that and come on, give me the departure. 6,000. We're gonna go ahead, blast on up.
Code connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Uh-oh. What's this? I love these texts. 203 area code. And sometimes it'll say, is this and my name? Like, really? You're asking me if this is my phone? And this one, my friend, how have you been lately? Who the heck are you?
Did you report spam and block?
Not yet. I'm debating if I want to prank them back.
Oh, so what you're trying to say is you're going to go out and look for all these websites to where you can sign people up for things, and you're just going to put that phone number in?
Might be.
Got it.
Cockpit to ground. Remove the chocks.
Chocks removed.
Parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engine.
I would love to know if anyone has flown the Citation 560XL that's been released by AirSim 3D.
Why don't you?
Well, because I don't want to get a junk airplane if it's junk.
Oh, use your points, man.
I almost bought that today.
Yeah?
Almost.
It's a biz jet, so
Yeah.
I got my eyes on that.
Engine 3. Starting engine 3.
I think they got the, was that the Phantom 300 or something too?
Not sure on that.
Phenom.
Yeah, that's it.
20% and 2.
Fuel on.
That's on the store too as well.
Light up.
Alright, be right back.
Starter off. Engine stabilized.
Alright, if you don't hear engine stabilized, folks, in this plane, you more than likely accidentally started X-Plane 11's ACF. All you got to do is go up to the top of the aircraft menu. I think you put the check mark in or take it out, and it will get rid of the X-Plane
Starting engine
aircraft.
4.
And you'll be able to use it. Unfortunately, you got to go through all of this to get to this part to find that out.
20% and 2.
Fuel on. Light up.
Starter off. Engine stabilized.
Starting engine 1.
Operation complete.
Starter valve open.
Parking brake.
Starting engine 2.
Starter valve open.
Parking brake set.
20% and 2.
Stand by.
Fuel on.
20% and 2.
Light up. Fuel on. Light up.
Alright, we're just waiting for them to stabilize, folks, and we can truck on.
Starter off. Starter off. Engine stabilized. Engine stabilized.
Okay, after engine start.
Cell is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay, and we're ready to go most of the way. Alright, there they are. Alright, start switches, beacons are already on, start levers, engines, electric panel, door warning. Okay, we're all set. I'm going to go ahead so I don't forget it.
After start checklist.
Flight recorder.
On.
Start switches.
Off.
Beacon lights.
On.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Engine NDIs.
Off.
Electrical panel. Check. Pack valves. Open. Door warning lights. Out. Hydraulic panel. Check. Flight recorder. On. After start checklist completed.
Flaps 1. Flaps 10.
Okay, trim needs to be 3.2. Dampers, fuel heat.
Taxi checklist, please.
Flaps. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
Takeoff data, EPR and airspeed bugs.
Hold on. Set and cross-check.
Stabilizer trim.
Set in green band.
Probe heat.
On.
Flight controls.
Hold on. Check.
Yaw dampers.
Check.
Seatbelt and shoulder harness.
Check.
APU. Off. Fuel heat. Off. Totalizer and gross weight. Set. Flight engineer and pilot panels. Check. Aft cargo heat. Normal. Seatbelt and shoulder harness. Check. Taxi checklist completed.
Okay, let's get to the runway.
Parking brake released.
cabin ready.
Here we go, folks. Now, a lot of times I just run with that out of the picture. I know the real guys don't do that, but believe it or not, it helps when you're in the flight sim. Yeah, Heathrow traffic, Clipper 144 heavy, taxi to 27 right Bravo. Heathrow traffic, Clipper 144 heavy, taxiing to 27 right.
Before takeoff checklist.
Icing considerations.
Check.
Heathrow traffic speedback for Delta Yankee stand 508 request correction starting push start.
check. Ignition.
Flight start.
Body gear steering.
Cabin crew, take your seats. Disarm.
Back valves. Let's see.
Heathrow traffic, Clipper 144 heavy departing 27 right.
Cabin crew, take your seats.
Closed. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Fuel boost pumps. On. Cross feed valves. Check. Before takeoff checklist completed. Stabilized. Thrust set.
80 knots. V1, rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Gears up.
Nice takeoff there, you 74.
Flaps 5.
Okay, one thing I have learned with this plane, folks, be very careful with your flaps. You're going to see here, I'm going to flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Now wait till you see where the needle is. Now if you've forgotten to hear that flaps 1, you'll see why you've got to be real careful here. Look how close it is to up. If you glance over, you might say it's up. It isn't.
Flaps up.
Really make sure to hear flaps up. Otherwise, you'll get damaged flaps. All that good fun stuff that goes with that kind of thing. And potentially look at an emergency landing and all of that. So, all right, 17.3. Now, the neat thing about this plane, you don't have to put it in INS in the FMCs. Now, majority of your departures will be VOR NDB navigation. Once you reach that final fix on your departure, SID, you will then go to your INS. So don't be putting in your, you can, I mean, if you want to take the time, and you can put them in, but you can also just plan fly, and the NDBs are not easy to fly to. I hate them. And then intercept the radial inbound to
Okay, then winds are 220 degrees at 12 knots, gusting 22, good luck.
and you're good to go then. So just some things, you INS guys. Remember, I did fly the INS pretty hard way back when, till that error code hit me. So I'm pretty familiar with it. That error code hit, it was so frustrating, I just stopped. I just, thank God that an FMC came out, and was able to continue on that way. All right, what was our max?
Traffic, Griffin, forward, Delta, lining up, runway 26 left, Garrick.
So, Mike.
So, Hawker.
Okay, so you asked me what I'm flying, and it's the 560 XL.
Very nice. You bought it, huh?
Of course I did. It's a biz jet.
Cool. Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Why
now
don't
if
you
it just
fly
had
the
some...
Citation 10?
I mean, I could, but this is the 560.
Citation 10's better. Faster.
I mean, I love me a fast airplane, don't get me wrong, but this is the 560 XL, dude.
Okay.
I mean, I want a Hawker, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers at this point, right?
Now, there's a Hawker 800 out there with your name written on it for you to fix.
That is very forthcoming. So, stand by on that. That we're a lot closer than what you think. Hey.
I had to go there.
I know.
Well, good. Let me know. You know I'll be over to help you.
I know.
Uh-oh, did I click over too many? No, good. All right, folks, we are in our climb. We're in climb power. Wow, I'm kind of shocked. That went really smooth. I'm really shocked. Okay, fuel heat. What'd I forget? Something's gonna blow up. I know, I always forget
London
this.
City traffic, Learjet, Oscar Victor November,
Well,
short
I made it
final,
here, but
runway
almost,
27.
I ran off the runway.
London City.
Still made it.
You just were looking for the polo grounds. No worries.
Seatbelts and no smoking sign, check. Back valves. Open. Fuel
That's
leak.
awesome.
Auto. After takeoff
We got
checklist
Hawker
completed.
up in a... Oh, Lord, what did I do? There we go. Up in an aircraft today. That is awesome to hear. And I hope that little 560 will make you happy.
Thanks. It's saying that I have to update it already.
That's always a possibility. They may not keep them up to date at the site.
So it's X Updater, and what's the other one? I forget. I hardly.
Skunkcraft or something like that.
Either
Roger.
Skunkcraft or Skunkworks. One of the two.
Yeah, I'm always leery to say
Skunkcraft.
Skunkworks because that was the SR-71 in the F-22 and so, but yeah, I'm not sure which one you would use. I finally got the A350 to show up in the updater for flight factors. Although I think I'll just update it from the site, from X-Plane. And I cannot get the jetways to connect to the plane. Every time I go somewhere, they're grayed out. One post said go into Plane Maker and do this. Why can't, why not the maker? I know, I'm asking too much. The almighty V2 was most important. Bow down to the V2. You shall wait your turn in line for V3.
You mean the two jetways or just one jetway?
Just any jetway into the A350. But I can't get, I was just at a place with 3 jetways and I couldn't get 2 of them to work. I don't think that's fully implemented. I don't know. I'm being skeptical there, folks. I know, not me. Skeptical? Never. Hawker can attest to that.
Yeah, I can 100% attest to that.
Never.
Never indeed.
Wow, 7 away from 500 at YouTube. That is awesome.
What was it on YouTube? Sorry.
Hang on a second. Resigning? No, I did not resign. Almost to 500. 7 away.
Nice.
I'm not holding my breath on anything, but I want to first say thank you to all of you folks over on that come over to YouTube and click in. Thank you. You won't hear that for a couple days because it's going to take that long to post this video because I'm already beginning to back up. But thank you so much. They say 500 and 3 videos every 90 days is the benchmark. We'll see. But I just want to say thank you. And to the Twitch folks, hey, thank you also. It has been one wild ride. I need to set my altimeters. I just realized that. Uh-oh, my encoder is... Well, maybe not. All right. But again, thank you all so much. It's been a really wonderful run. Look for many more to come.
You know, for the first time flying this plane, and the day I bought it, I don't think I did that bad of a landing.
That's
Good
all
deal.
that's all that counts. Just because you wanted to go have a picnic at the end of the runway, hey, that's cool.
Right?
It's a shame most airports won't let us do that. Oh.
There's a will, there's a way.
All right, so we are now out over the English Channel, pressing for KOK, Koski. I think that's Belgium. Oh, I didn't change the title. Yeah, I did. Oh, I didn't change that one. Ah! Here, let me get in there and get that real quick. Da-dee. There we go. All right, so we got 3 good flights in today with Pan Am. We're 30 minutes out from Frankfurt and on another run for them, which will set us up here for in the next few weeks a run to Los Angeles. As I was telling Duluth earlier, Hawker may have picked up on it when he was outside the channel Discord. We had somebody on the YouTube side of the house give me a comment on one of the videos, and he asked, or she asked, for 3 flights: Anchorage to Los Angeles, Frankfurt to Los Angeles in the 747s, and I love the irony with the other one: BFI to Phoenix. Unfortunately, American does not fly that route, but they want it done in an Airbus.
No.
Love the irony. Leaving Boeing Field in an Airbus.
Well, you can go to Seattle. That's close enough to BFI.
I'm going to come out of BFI in an Airbus just for them.
Okay.
But yeah, I just love that irony. So juicy, we got to do it. Hey, at least our doors stay on the plane.
Man, that would be a challenge right there.
Yep, keeping the doors on the plane, of course.
I landed on that yacht.
Oh, a helicopter?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
level off.
All right, let me get the EPR thing up here. We're going to go into cruise. And we're going to also go into Mach. Couple more notches to go. Come on, airplane, you can make it. All right, and we'll let it work its way out there. All right, folks, we are running into cruise now. Top of descent is 100 miles away. However, let's make sure, looking at our descent profile, hard altitude of 13,000 at Raman. And then I don't have any other altitudes after that. Huh. All right, unable. Uh-oh, we got an unable. At that? Oh, that's behind us. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so hope you all have enjoyed. Sorry again for that little interlude there with that my parents had called. We hadn't heard from them in a couple weeks, so it was kind of nice to hear from them. And we are now 26 minutes out of Frankfurt.
So I'm going to give you this manual, and you're going to learn how to fly the 560 XL, right?
Well, I don't have the airplane, so why would I need a manual?
Oh, okay.
I fly
teach me to fly like you've done every single other one?
I fly the Citation 10. I'll be kicked up on the ramp waiting on you to get there.
Not if I have a head start.
Till I get up to altitude and go to 0.9. 25 left. All right. Yep, we are in the country of Brussels, or of Belgium. Oh, I didn't add this airplane. I forgot about that. Let's see, we are...
Did you buy it just for 12 or did you buy it for 11 and 12?
12.
Okay.
All right, we're expected. Looking like we're running on time again. I don't get this whole thing with Elevatex. It's supposed to say if I'm running late, which it should. But I guess I padded myself quite nicely so I don't get that. I don't know.
Yeah. Man, these roads look like SimCity 2000 roads.
All right, let me... Oh, I don't have...
There, I posted it in the lobby chat. The link for the training stuff for this aircraft.
Cool.
It's not a manual. You don't have to read. Don't worry.
I'm not the one I'm worried about. You're the one that doesn't read manuals.
I read them. The first page and the last page.
You look at the pictures. I get it. All right, where'd you put it? In the lobby, you said?
In the lobby chat for the channel we're in now.
I hate that. There we go. So did you get a good flight in?
I'm still trying to figure out how to start the dang thing after I turn the battery power on.
Turn the APU on.
Yeah, about that. I'm a little less impressed.
What do you mean?
I think the X-Plane APU for the citation in there is much better than this.
Couldn't tell you. If
Or I
you're
just have
talking sounds, you can always look for sounds for it.
No, I think I have to update the airplane.
That could be too. I thought that I saw something on it a couple weeks ago. Isn't that like study level?
Somewhat from what I'm seeing so far.
Okay.
But it's a citation.
Well,
So
I
it should
mean,
be
a
easy to learn.
citation 10, it's actually not as easy as you think with the word citation. But the citation 10 in X-Plane 12, I'm gonna use words that probably X-Plane's not gonna look is dumbed down.
That's a flight sim.
For the flight sim for a default aircraft. Not to say someone couldn't come along like somebody like a Zebo guy and mod it and make it pretty good.
Yeah, I really love what the Zebo guys have done for that 737. I wish all the next gens would be in there versus just the 800, but again, hats off to them. They've done a great job.
Oh yeah, and I'm, I hear that from a lot of people, but I'm like, tell me the difference between a 700 and an 800.
Well, there's a lot of differences.
It's just
with
smaller.
Right. So
Also,
aircraft performance.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little smaller, but okay. There's no
Aircraft
real
performance can be
difference
different.
between an A319 and an A320, other than the fact that it hauls a little less people. Cockpits are the same.
Weight and balance will be a little different. Your arm.
A little bit, but again, major
little
differences aren't really there, and I just find that one, I get it. You want to fly the airplane the real flight is on, or the 900. Okay, it holds a little more people and doors fall off. Hey, what the heck? I mean, that's how I look at them. An 800 is nothing more than the standard Boeing 737 NG.
True.
And that's me, folks. I don't get into all of those different setups. I don't think there's any runway differences, very significant at least, other than the fact a little heavier. But again, with that could be other factors. With a little lighter. So, but again, that's just me, folks. I just like the 737-800. What does crack me up is when you put the 737 family lined up and how itty bitty bitty the 200 is compared to all of them. It is a little plane. I don't even think the 500 is the same length. It just cracks me up when you see that, the 1 and the 200.
I haven't seen the 100 in a long time.
Well, yeah, I mean, they didn't fly long. Well, I've seen them once, just like I've seen a DC-9.
You've seen the Wright Flyer.
Well, that too. But the DC-9-10, I think it was, came into Mid-America, or was it a 5? And that thing was small, folks. I actually thought maintenance was going to put a hole in it.
Oh my.
I really, really thought that was going to happen. Loading and unloading it. But you talk, and the neat thing, the 100, like it was either the 5 or the 10, and maybe both of those DC-9s, no reverse thrust. That came with the 200.
So they just use regular brakes?
Uh-huh. Best I know.
And flaps?
Oh, they had flaps.
That's why I said to stop. They just use flaps and brakes.
Well, flaps are only going to slow you down in flight. Spoilers only spoil the wing. They don't slow you down on the ground. They just help prevent you from lifting off again. So yeah, pretty much just brakes. Well, the KC-135Rs, is that what we had it? Yeah. There's no reverse thrust on them. That's a big plane. Heavy plane. Good old military.
And what are the weights for light, medium, and heavy designations?
Don't look at me. I'm not in that business anymore.
40,000 and under pounds is light. 40,000 to 300,000 is medium, and 300,000 plus is heavy.
Yeah, but that's not your performance, your PERS.
No, but in order to have the heavy designation,
yeah.
it has to be 300,000
Now,
pounds plus.
well, hold on. What airplane can go either way on the medium and heavy?
Depends how it's loaded.
No, what airplane? There's one out there. The 757. And that is because of, it's not so much weight with that plane. It becomes, there's other factors involved than just weight. And it's right on that line that could turn it heavy or turn it medium. But they're being phased out because they're becoming a lot of hangar queens.
Not the 757.
Yeah. That's why
No.
Allegiant got rid of them.
They only had
They had 4.
2.
And they
4?
got rid of them because they became hangar queens. A lot of airlines are having problems with them. And
Well,
it's
they're
funny
older.
because they're the same literal generation of the 767. That plane's doing phenomenal, but the 57s are having trouble. You really got to keep up on them.
Well, the A320s can make that flight because I think they were flying to Hawaii at one point.
Oh, they can. Actually, it'd be the A319 to do it better for Allegiant. Because they
better
were
range.
flying, they were actually flying from Europe to here.
Oh.
If you would watch your cross, I know it's a 6-hour video, and I know it's tough to sit through over the pole.
Oh, so that's what we're doing. We're going to fly from Atlanta over to Gatwick.
That's not your Singapore flight.
No. You and Duluth were saying that you couldn't make it that far. So I think the first run should be from Atlanta to Gatwick.
Okay. Well, I've got my own test flight getting ready, so.
Okay.
Tomorrow we do the next series of testing to see how the plane is in 5-hour flights.
All right.
You got to remember, I just flew this aircraft from Tokyo to Baku, which is about a 10-hour flight, if memory served. And did not stream it. That I will attest to. I did not stream it, but it did do fine. Or did I? No, I did not. So, but you're going to have to get something with legs if you want to go to Singapore.
I'm still waiting on that 787.
A350's out there, dude. I ain't going to say it's great, but you can fly it next plane 11. I hear it's pretty doggone good there. Why the hell the doors don't work in 12 is beyond me. And if it's something I have to fix, why is Flight Factor not doing this? You already made these people pay $90 for it.
Facts.
No, called V2 777.
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for that to come out, too.
It is out.
When did they release it?
It's not that great, dude. Don't hold your breath on it.
Okay,
Speaking
so
of which, time to come down. Where did that put me at? 170 out. But yeah, again, now we're gonna fly it again tomorrow, the A350, folks. I'm telling you right now, I'm a little disappointed in the sounds. And maybe it was just that run. I'm hoping for better results this time. Or I installed them wrong. So, really, really disappointed. Because what I heard on Q8, I think it was, Pilot, sounded so much better. Now, the Flight Factor A320 and that Big Sky sound that I have on there, oh, that's dynamite. All right, we're going to have to help it along. Okay, we are starting into a full descent into Frankfurter. I'm going to get us set up here. Hang on. EPR. Speed. 300. Now, there is a flight out of Atlanta to Johannesburg. I don't know the length off the top of my head. But that's not the full distance over to Singapore. And we're going to be a little high on this approach. Don't think we can drop 16,000 feet in 14 miles.
I mean, sure you can.
Oh,
if you pop the brakes and make that left-hand circling turn.
Oh, I know, but I've also got a very long approach I can set up for into Frankfurt to get me down, so I'm not overly concerned. What is transition, though? Doesn't say it's by ATC. Of course it is. Looks like 5,000 feet. Okay. If it's not on the star, folks, look on the actual approach plate. Usually they'll be the basic number. What it really is in real life, you know, that's speculative. Let me see. Let me see what serve info showing. I'm sorry, correction, VATS by. Absolutely hardly nobody flying out here. Hawker, this is when you should fly your VATSIM flights. Europe.
You know that I love me some VATSIM without controllers.
Yeah, you got to get over to Europe. Only one with control right now is Antwerpen. I thought it was called Antwerp, not Antwerpen. And that's just a ground controller. And Lake Geneva has a tower controller, and that is about it, folks, in Europe. But again, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. So, kind of makes sense. They be asleep.
Well, tell that other controller to go to bed.
Not going to Antwerp, so I don't care.
Oh, all right.
Unless he switches to Frankfurt. I don't really care if they're on ground. But anyway, yeah, they're fun. Did you, by chance, Hawker, catch the Heathrow outbound to Liverpool? Or were
I have
you still at
not.
work?
I've been extremely busy these last couple of weeks.
That's fine. That was some really great VATSIM air traffic control. I expect that, though, in the UK. I actually expect it in a lot of places here in Europe. But in the UK especially, they are some of the busiest places in all of VATSIM, and you don't get held up.
Wow.
Me and Shampoo. Now, I don't know the exact amount of ground time we had, because it does take a little bit to try to break in and get your request in. Beyond that, they were right on top of it. So, my hat is off to the UK controllers. That was Tower taking care of us, plus inbound, outbound aircraft, clearance, and ground. I mean, he did a phenomenal job.
Nice.
And brought back memories of why I used to fly a lot of Europe when I would come home from work at the airport. They were that good. And that's where you find controllers times I could fly. Now I can fly anytime. But and for the foreseeable future, looks like that's how it's going to be.
Fly, fly, fly.
So, but at least we're getting some responses, but just not positive. Okay, crossing 18,000, folks. Let's look over here, take a look. Start the descent and approach checklist.
Approach checklist, please. Seatbelts and shoulder harness.
Check.
Seatbelts and no smoking signs.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Check.
Outer brakes.
Yeah, we need to set that up.
Low.
Radio INS switches.
Radio.
Flight director computer selectors.
Check.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Spoilers.
Damn.
Good place to hold. Alright, let's get over here, go to landing. And let's, again, click load sheet. 25 left is a 13,123 foot long runway, folks. Okay, and Frankfurter is 363 feet above sea level. coming into 50. And weather here, 12. Wind variable. We got anything on wind at all? No. We'll leave it as is. 2985. What do we got for wind? 1 knot.
1,000 level off.
Alright, so we'll set the speed bugs. Folks, we're looking at a landing speed of 134. We'll probably fly in about 140, 145. Alright, I am gonna first set us up. First off, where are we on this? Okay, so we're heading down. Let's drop down to 6,000. Okay, we're still going. Yes. Okay, so we may use the whole thing. We'll see. Alright, we got our fuel heat still on. Okay, starting to dump the pressure. And what's
10,000.
our low? We're just about in 10, 11. Okay, everything's set up. All right, let's get the ILS dialed in. 11:15. Heading 246. And back that up with Fred, 15.9. Okay, we're all set up for the approach. Get the lights on.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure your seatbelt
1,000 level off.
careful on my position. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed underneath the seating platters or in the overhead bin. Our cabin crew are currently passing around cabin to pick up any remaining cups and glasses. Thank you.
Okay, a little ways to go on this long downwind, and then we'll turn inbound. Sounds like the cabin's ready.
Cabin ready.
Okay, we're about to All right, here we go, folks. Frankfurt traffic, Clipper 144 heavy, turning extended left base at DF 613 for the ILS 25 left.
Localizer alive.
Okay, we're at 22-mile final.
Armed. Altimeters.
1011. Set and cross-check.
Landing data, EPR, and airspeed bugs.
Set and cross-check.
Seatbelts and shoulder harness. Check. Fuel panel. Check. Fuel heat. Off. EPR computer. Go around. Cabin altitude. Check. Circuit breakers. Check. Approach checklist completed.
Flaps 5. Flaps 10.
All right, folks, we are on the glide slope. I'll be honest, I do not see the runway. Oh, hey, spaceman, welcome aboard, welcome aboard. You got anything for me, sir, that you need to relay? If not, you can always DM me, you know that.
Gear down. Flaps 20.
And Frankfurt
Gears
traffic,
down, green light.
Clipper 144, heavy, 13-mile final, 25 left. Oh, you're welcome aboard, sir. Starting to think, get the runway in sight here. And we said...
Flaps 25.
Alright, we're going to go ahead
Flaps
and run
30.
it and be ready.
Landing checklist.
Gear.
Down and check.
Down and check. Flaps.
Flaps 30.
Flaps 30. Ignition.
Flight start.
Anti-skid.
Check.
Altimeters. 1011. Set and cross-checked. Landing checklist completed.
Oh, where to park in Frankfurt? I does believe that be a runway ahead of us, folks. Frankfurt traffic, Clipper 144 heavy, 4 mile final, 25 left.
One thousand.
Helicopter and clear to land. Please make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened.
500.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
Take it easy, Mike. How we doing?
Approaching
You
minimum.
too, man. Nice having you aboard.
Sink
Yeah.
rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Check reverse. Out, off, reverse. Auto brake off. 60 knots.
Clipper 144 heavy clear, 25 right, or 25 left, correction, to the gates. Another day for Pan Am completed. All right, so we'll hang a left here or a right on Lima, taxi on down to the terminals, and we'll figure from there what we're doing. All right, auto body, auto brakes. Gotta get those. They're disarmed. Okay. Engine, anti-ice, radar, transponder, standbys. All right, I think we'll head to November 3 and come into the alley over there. That'll put us with respects to gates Bravo 45. That's where we'll shoot for. Okay, so we're looking for November 3.
After landing checklist.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Body gear steering.
Arm.
Outer brakes.
Damn.
Oh.
Off.
Ignition.
Off.
Engine and wing anti-ice.
Off.
Radar and transponder.
Standby.
Flaps.
Up.
Spoilers.
Down.
Stabilizer trim.
7 units.
Outflow valves. Open. Pressurization mode selector. Manual. Aft cargo heat. Off. APU. Check. Checklist completed.
All right, spaceman, I hope that made your day, that landing. I know the runway markings made Hawker's day. No hard, no hard landing checks. We try to gently bring them in.
Yeah, the runway markings were so wrong.
Oh, again, you're not in the U.S. here, dude.
I know.
All right, our turn off is coming up here. Hey, flight directors are off. Again, we're shooting, folks, for Bravo 45. That would have been X-plane 11. He'd have kept going. Not to say he didn't once we passed. Again, 2 jetways, we will see.
Cockpit to ground. Put the chocks on.
Hope that made sense to you all why I just did what I did.
Chocks are on.
Alright, we're on the APU. What I did is shut 2 and 3 down, where they're going to put the chocks. Let me explain the reasoning behind this. Without the chocks in, sometimes, folks, this plane doesn't record the stop. So, your ACAR systems may not trigger. Once the chocks go in, they do. Usually all the time. I've never had one not. But when we start running our checklist, you're going to hear it right off the bat.
All right, secure cockpit checklist.
Brakes.
Damn.
See what I mean? All right, so we're going to wait. Take care of airline business first. Ah, 266 feet a minute they recorded us at. Isn't that nice? Ain't that just so sweet? Hang on, I'm just going to look here, folks. Oh, wrong one. Oh, no, that's the right one. Yeah, I don't know how to put the second one up.
Cockpit to ground. Remove the chocks. Cockpit to ground. Put the chocks on. Cockpit to ground. Connect ground power.
All right, so we got that. Let's go ahead,
Ground power
start
connected.
the unload, and deplane. All right, let's continue.
Beacon lights.
Hold on.
Off. INS.
Damn. Align.
Probe and window heat.
Damn.
Window heat's still on.
Off. Back valves. Check. Fuel boost pumps. Wait. Off. Reserve tank valves. Closed. Hydraulic panel. Check. Oxygen. Check. Flight recorder. Off.
Emergency lights.
Off.
Radar.
Hold on.
Off.
INS. Wait. Off. Radio switches. Wait.
Checklist completed.
All right, folks, there you go. We got everything done. We're secured. We're deplaning. It was a fun flight. Hope you all enjoyed. This aircraft my hopeful next flight will be here in the next few weeks. We'll take it to Los Angeles. But I hope you enjoyed. It was a fun time. Sim Toolkit will tell the story of the flight. 410 feet a minute. Really? I would like the airline's call on that. But 154 knots, folks, that was fast. All right. We'll go here. All right, view the details again. 125 for the flight, 353 miles, 15,000 kilograms of fuel. Hey, we only landed with 1G at 154 feet or knots. So, yeah, it could have been slower, but it wasn't hard. Now, why the sim shows that hawker, I don't know. But anyway, we landed 2,400 feet down the runway, about 11 to 12 feet off the center line. Not the greatest position, but again, overall not the worst. Wish we were a little slower, but we had some issues where we pushed up again and we had to bring it back down. So, but overall a good flight, overall. All right, I am going to disconnect off of VATSIM. I'm not going to do any rewind today, folks. We're just going to wrap it up. It's been a long day, and I think it's time to just call it. So I want to welcome everyone in that's here. We will raid a channel here. Let's see who is out there. And why not? Let's hand it over to RKD Robo. Met him when I was taxiing in St. Louis on ground, and we'll give him some business tonight. So we'll get that raid set up, and you all have a great night, and we'll see you next time. So tomorrow, again, we'll be in Tokyo and flying to Hong Kong, not Kai Tak. See you then. And for those on YouTube, we'll leave out with our normal music and wish you all a great night. God bless you all. We will see you tomorrow. Hit the wrong button. Stand by.